What is up, everybody? I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome. Let's do it. Hey, guys. My name is Drew, also the Mindfulness Kid. And I am so excited to be back with another live stream. It's been some time. It's been a few months since we've done one of these. And I love you all so much, and I hope you know that. I know it's been some time. Um, Even from YouTube in general. It's not like I've been not doing that much Mindfulness Kid, but I've been doing a lot of Cobra Kai Kid. I've really just taken a step back from YouTube as a whole, because I've really been taking this summer and these past few months to work on myself and just do self-reflection, growing, and I needed to take a step away from the screens and find myself, and still working on it. I It's not like I had this whole journey and whatever and now I'm on the other side. I'm still going through it, but everything happens for a reason, and I'm doing my best and I'm working through, and you guys have always been on my mind. Always, always, always. I've thought to myself, for so long, I really want to do a mindfulness stream. I want to get back on here. But it's hard because I know that I need to go on the journey myself, and I need to learn from myself before I can come on here and talk to you guys about these things, because it's heavy. There's a lot to talk about, and I need to be in an okay mindset to talk to you guys. So not saying that I have to feel 100%, but yeah. But I am so appreciative that all of you are here. I love all of you so much. Ian Preston, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, long time no see. Yes, it's good to see you again. Clifford Favors, how have you been, Drew? I've been doing pretty good. I've had of course rough patches. It's life's a roller coaster. My goal is to because it was a lot of this. It was a lot of so my goal was to make it even if we're going up and down, at least a little more flat. So if I'm going down, I'm not going down that much. And also I'm not letting myself get too high, not literally high, but feel what's it called? Well, it's a tricky balance because you want to allow yourself to feel good, but you also don't want to just put yourself in a situation where you're just going over here so you could go like that. So I'm trying to feel good. I'm trying to go up here, but then when I fall, I'm trying to just go like that, rather than go all the way down there, if that makes sense. So I've been working on that a lot. Super Landon Toys, what's up? What's up, True? My dog is barking right now. I think she has some thoughts on mindfulness. Super Landon Toys says, "What's up, Drew? It's been a while since I've seen one of your streams, so I decided to pop in. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, it's been a bit since I've done a stream, so I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much." Elena says, "Hey, Drew, how are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I just checked in on me. We got some stuff to talk about, but I hope you're doing well." Rex Production says, "I'm not. I just nearly had a heart attack. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I hope you're okay now. Keep us posted if you're comfortable. But I'm really sorry about that. I hope you have some support around you to help you with that, because that's I'm really sorry." Cobra Kai rapper from 2000s. Hey, sub Drew. Good morning. I hope you're doing well for yourself. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Good morning. Good night. Good evening. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Elena says it's okay to take a break, especially if you need it. We are here for you no matter what. Take your time. That means a lot. And I will say I remember when I first took a break from YouTube and I announced I was taking a break, I was really scared of what the audience was going to say. I thought it was going to be a lot of why are you taking a break? No, we want you to make content, blah blah blah. Like positive stuff, but also putting pressure. But I was really blown away by the support when I took a break back in 2023 of November. And the comments were so supportive. They were like, like, just like this, take all the time you need. We love you. We're here for you. And I really, really appreciated that. So thank you guys so much. 1 second. I just got to do something really quick. Okay. Okay. But I really appreciate it. Thank you, Elena. Elena says, "Glad to see you again." It's glad to see you too. Clifford says, "We understand self-care is highly important. Always. But it's difficult though, because life doesn't always give us the freedom and the flexibility to take care of ourselves when we need it. I was very, very fortunate that I was able to take some time to work on myself. But you know, when you're living in the real world on your own and you have a 9 to 5 job that requires you to pay the bills, like you need this job, and you're living day to day, it's very hard to take mental health days, or take time for yourself when you're working to make money and make a living and survive. It's a very, very difficult balance. So my heart goes to those people who struggle with that, because not everybody can take as much time for themselves. Um, so that's why having a support system is so key. Just having people there to support you and to talk to you and to love you and to be there for you. And not everybody has that. So hopefully we can be that for each other right now. Cobra Kai rapper from 2000s. Definitely, I understand that. Take the time you need. That's important. I appreciate you. Thank you. Super Lennon Toy says, I do karate in real life, and I think I might be getting my yellow belt soon. Congratulations. That's absolutely amazing. I am really, really happy for you. That's very exciting. Rex says, okay, not literal heart attack. Bloody spider came out of nowhere and scared me so much. Okay. I'm glad it wasn't like a real heart attack. But I am terrified of spiders, so I'm sure I would have reacted the same. Elena says, I think it's very important and a real progress when you can handle situations better than you used to. For me, it's very important to keep that in mind. Oh, for sure. Elena, that is such a great point. It's not about it's not always about like, doing the best. It's just about doing better. Nobody's perfect. You're never going to be perfect, but it's just about doing better. And that is a real sign of growth, is when you go through a situation and you handle it a certain way and it's not that good. And then a few months later, you work on yourself, whatever, and then you go through that same situation and then you're able to handle it better. Like for me personally, I know, like, sometimes when I go out by myself, I get well, actually, I'll give a more specific example. My first day of college of senior year this year, like my first day back in classes, I had severe anxiety. Literally was having a panic attack in class. I had to I didn't leave, but like in my head, I'm like, my mind is exploding and I'm just so anxious around all the people I'm around and the whole situation. I can't believe I'm back here. So anxious. And then I started crying when I got back. Luckily, and this was nice because I haven't really had this in a while, but I made a dear friend this past summer that I was able to go to, and express express the anxiety that I was feeling. And I was crying because it was so much emotion, and I was also so grateful that I had someone there who was able to listen to me and be there for me at that time. And that's all I needed. Like, I didn't really need like advice or whatever. I just needed someone there for me. And then the next week when I went back to the same class, I came out of it and I wasn't as anxious. Excuse me, I have something stuck in my throat. I wasn't as anxious and I wasn't crying. So that's a sign of growth, I mean, look, it might not be like did I have the best time? No. You can't put those expectations like, yeah, I'm going to go from crying and anxiety to having the best time in this same situation. No. But it's real growth when you're taking those steps forward. And the fact that I didn't cry, I didn't have as much anxiety. I'm very proud of myself. And, we got to just keep being proud of ourselves and uplifting ourselves, because at the end of the day, other people could lift you up, but we shouldn't have to rely on that. Us lifting each other up should be all that matters. When other people lift us up, that's great and all. But there's also going to be times where people try to tear us down. So that's why we can't let other people's opinions always just be the end all be all, which super, super important. Super Lennon Toys says, last time you streamed, I was here and was talking about dating advice, and you said strike first. That quote has struck with me ever since. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, look, that's what Johnny said. Like, strike first. How is it going? How's the dating life going? If you want to talk about that, Landon, I hope that worked. Ian says, I am now doing well at work. I have a lot of awesome friends who have my back. I had a hard time understanding that you can be friends with anybody at work, whether they're married or dating. It is okay. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my God. It's, a lot of my, I would say most of the people that I've been closest with in the past year or so have been girls. It's not that I want to date them. It's not that like I'm physically attracted to them. Just get along with girls better. So it doesn't matter. And like some of these girls have boyfriends of a long time, but we're still friends, that it doesn't matter as long as like you both are being honest. Cause I mean, this world is crazy. You do have some people out there who like, will cheat and go behind each other's backs. But I personally don't think there's anything wrong with being friends with someone who has a partner or whatever. If you're not doing anything, you're just friends. Whoever said there's the I've heard before, I don't know where I've heard it, but like someone saying like you can't just be friends with a girl, or you can't just be friends with a guy. Like if you're a girl, you can't just be friends with a guy, or if you're a guy, you can't just be friends with a girl. Why the hell not? Doesn't make any sense. But I'm glad to hear, Ian, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well at work. That is great when you have friends that are there for you and that have your back. That's all you need. That's super important. I'm really glad you have that. Rex says, I get bad anxiety. I felt like a panic attack with school, at jujitsu, and at the cinema with jujitsu club members. It scares me so much. I may get it again, but no one seems to care. Well, first off, we care. We're here for you. Okay, so let's see. I feel like a panic attack with school, at jujitsu, at the cinema. Okay, so you have a lot going on. Like right now, okay, school, jujitsu, cinema. First off, I give you so much props that you're going to the cinema with your jujitsu club members and you're putting yourself out there. May not be something you're like super comfortable with, may not be something you've done so much. Maybe something that's a little scary, but you did it. And that's very big because sometimes we got to do scary stuff in order to grow, I mean, just think about like any movie or TV show. When people have their character arcs, like how do they get those arcs? Is by overcoming challenges. So usually the thing that you're scared to do is the thing that you should do. Not always, but like, I mean, if you're scared of snakes, like, and like, there's like a snake right there, you shouldn't like put your hand on the snake and like, I'm facing my fears. No, like the snake will freaking bite you. So, whatever. But if there's like a social situation that maybe you're so used to avoiding, maybe it would be best for you to just put yourself in that situation and just see how it goes. And it might not like go great. That's the thing. Like, it's not just because you put yourself there, it might not go great, but maybe it will. Maybe it will. And also it just will teach you more about yourself. I like to put myself in new situations, not because I think it's always necessarily going to work, but I always think of everything as a learning experience. And if that's how you view things, that could be very, very powerful because nothing will ever seem like a waste of time. So I think that's really cool that you went to the cinema with your friends, with your club members, get that sense of community. And I totally get the anxiety factor there. I get anxiety in certain social situations, so I completely understand. I don't know if there's anyone there that you can talk to about it. Is there anybody there that you can talk to about it, like, that can be your support system? It's a big club. Is there anyone there that, like, maybe you can, like, tell in advance, like, "Hey, man, like, I gotta be honest," like, and only do this if it's someone you trust, you don't wanna, do this with someone you don't trust. But, like, it's someone that you feel really close to that will understand and be there for you, like, "Hey, man, like, I'm going through some anxiety, being out sometimes, so, like, I just wanna make sure, like, like, if I need you, like, will you be there for me or whatever? Can I just, like, hang with you if I'm getting anxiety?" And they'll be like, "Sure, man," or whatever. Just someone who's aware of the situation, which is not always easy because sometimes you don't have that. Um, Maybe there can be someone, even if they're not part of the club, maybe somebody afterwards, a friend or a family member who you can be like, "Hey, I'm going out. Are you going to be home after so I can decompress to you? If something goes wrong, if I get anxiety, I can come talk to you after." But, and also maybe there's some things that you can do during the movie theater experience, bring some comfort snacks, maybe bring some, like, I don't know if there's something like that you like to, like, hold, like a fidget toy or whatever. I don't even know. If you need to go to the bathroom and splash some water on your face and just, like, whatever things you need to do. Um, those are just some ideas, maybe. So I hope something from that helped. Um, Also social media is pretty bad and dangerous. Okay, well that's a okay, that's a subject right there. I mean, listen, I we're on it right now. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna challenge that thought because if there's anyone that thinks social media is not the best, it's me. I don't. There's so much of it that just freaking sucks. But I don't ever. I would never say, like, all social media is bad and dangerous. We're on social media right now talking about mental health and mindfulness, something that needs to be discussed way more. This conversation is not a bad thing to have. This conversation is not dangerous. In fact, this is a safe space for people to feel included, to feel like they have someone. At least that's the goal. That's what we're trying to go for. Um, so I don't think all social media is bad and dangerous. It's just a matter of how you use it. Um, there are things within our control, and there are things without things not within our control. And if you try to control everybody and everything on social media, you are setting yourself up for failure. It's just not possible. It's hard to control people in person, like, face to face. Like, you can't, So how are you going to control someone online who can literally just type behind a computer whatever they want? Um, Social media can be very, very scary because you have certain people out there who take their insecurities and take their pain and they put it out into the world. Like, anytime someone's commenting something mean or insecure, or anytime someone's commenting something mean, if they're harassing you online, it's all coming out of a place of insecurity and hurt and pain. Just think about it. Because, like, why else would they be doing that? Why else would you be going through that trouble? Like, I don't give a crap. I don't need to go online and harass someone. Like, what do I get from it? Nothing. But some people, it gives them pleasure because that's all they have. I find my pleasure through writing music, through making videos, not through harassing people, but other people do. And that's something important to remember when someone is harassing you online. It's like, this person is just going through it, and hopefully they get better. Hopefully, this is their problem, not me. Also, social media, there's the fear of missing out. It's you see people's lives glorified. That's why I try to be open, honest on social media. I don't just, like, post, like, every single depressing, sad thing that I go through, but I do try to, keep a realism there of Like, no, it's not. Oh, life isn't always all dandy, roses and peaches. Because some people, if you look at their social medias and you judge their lives based off of their social media account, they're putting on there what they want you to see. And sometimes they want you to see the most perfect life. You could have the most beautiful person who's in great shape. They have a relationship, they have best friends. And then you look at that and you're like, I wish I had that perfect life like they did. But meanwhile, you don't know about their physical illness that they're suffering through. You don't know about the cancer that they have, or the body image issues that they have, or their mother just passed away, or what. Like, there could be anything going on that you don't know about because they're choosing to show you what you want to see. That's the thing. People tell you what they want you to know. So you can't, like, you can never make assumptions on someone just by, like, what they tell you, or like, you can't make assumptions on everything that you don't know. If I wanted people to see me a certain way, I would just talk a certain way, and I could just lie, and then people would view me a certain way. And that actually kind of ties into something that I do want to talk about not making assumptions. We have this book here called The Four Agreements. Let's share this. So this book here called The Four Agreements. Here it is. So The Four Agreements is I love this book. I've read it twice. So a practical guide to personal freedom, a Toltec wisdom book. Toltec. I think it's Toltec. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I love this book. Oh my God. I highly recommend this book. This book basically covers four personal agreements that if you make these agreements to yourself and you try to follow these agreements, it will set you up for personal freedom, as it says. And it's such a powerful book. There's so much good stuff in here. I highly recommend it. And I figured we could just, like, talk about these four agreements, and we can all, like, give our thoughts on what they mean to us and how we can use these. Obviously, there's different situations for different things, but I feel like these all apply for everything pretty well. They're kind of general, and then you can, like, really be more specific with it. So take these for what you will. I want to share them with you. And I would love to have a conversation in the chat, about what these agreements mean to you. How do you think you can apply them to your life? Was there a situation where you have applied these agreements to your life? Was there a situation where you didn't apply these agreements, where maybe you could have? Let's talk about it. So let's chat. So the first agreement we have, and I know we have more comments, so we're gonna check all those out. But let's start with the four agreements. So the first agreement we have is be impeccable with your word. Ooh, this is a big one. This is a very big one. Be impeccable with your word. Think about that. The word, the tongue, the ability to speak gives you so much power. If I went up to someone right now and said, "You are beautiful," that will make them feel so good, right? But what if I went up to someone and said, "You are ugly"? It could tear them down. It can make them feel like crap, especially if, not that I would ever say that, I'm just, like, saying an example. But, like, let's say someone's told someone you are ugly. Maybe they've heard that so much that they start to believe that, because it's hard when you hear something so much about yourself, because we try to form opinions about ourselves. Like, I try to tell myself, like, I'm good. But if I have enough people telling me you're bad, you're not worthy, you're a loser, you're this, you're that, I might hear it enough times where I'm like, why is my opinion, like, everybody's telling me that I'm this, so maybe I am, like, it's so important that we're impeccable with our word because the word can be so powerful. The word can cause so much joy, but it can cause so much harm. And it really depends on how you use it. Like, even just asking someone, "How are you? How's your day going?" Like, that could be so powerful. Someone could be like so miserable, feel so lonely, and just saying, "How are you? How's everything?" And showing that you genuinely care, that could do something. But if you go up to someone and you're like, "You're weird. You're a loser. I don't like you." You could break them. Like, being impeccable with your word is so, so crucial. I mean, just think about like the fights that we have, the arguments that we have, the disagreements. Obviously, physical violence is never the answer. A lot of it comes from verbal communication. Being impeccable with your word, I believe, is saying what you mean. Saying what you mean. And sometimes we're not impeccable with our word. And that's totally normal. Like, we're not going to be able to go through life where we're always saying the right things. There are so many times where I say things and I'm like, shit, why did I say that? But it's about catching yourself and it's about owning up to your mistakes. So if I say something that maybe I didn't intend to hurt someone, but maybe I did, realizing it, being mindful, and then apologizing. And the person, if the person, knows that I'm truly, truly sorry and I didn't mean any ill will, then you would hope that they would accept your apology. So being impeccable with your word is so, so important. Um, Super Landon Toy says talking to a girl I met online seems to be doing well so far. Hey, I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy for you. That's awesome. Be safe. Be careful. Talking online. You don't know. Is it a dating app or is it like social media? You just always want to be careful of personal information. Be yourself, and whatever happens, happens. Online sometimes it's tough to meet girls or people because um yeah, social media and stuff. Like they could just not answer or whatever. I don't know. Like you never know what happens, but also just don't take anything personally. Everyone's there for different reasons. You're there for you, and sometimes it takes a bit to find that person, but you will. But I hope everything goes well with this girl. Seems to be going well. Stay positive, man. You're doing great. Um, G, that's not true. It's not that I don't care about Cobra Kai anymore. I was literally talking about it in the beginning. You probably weren't here. I've been taking time for myself. I haven't been posting on YouTube as a whole as much because I've just been dealing with certain things personally and I've been trying to grow personally. So that's why I haven't been covering it as much. So and that kind of goes to making assumptions, which is one of the um next things. Well, also don't take anything personally is the next agreement, which I guess I can't take a comment like this personally. Why are you not posting more content on Cobra Kai? It feels like you don't care about it anymore. See, I can't take that personally. Because gee, you're wrong. Like you're just flat out wrong. You don't know what's going on in my life. Talk about Cobra Kai. See, I'm gonna remove you because I just it doesn't really seem like you're trying to listen. Um, you know, I can't take a comment like that personally because you don't know me. You don't know what I'm going through. Um, and you're telling me something that's not true. You're telling me that I don't care about Cobra Kai. Like, why, why would you even say that? So If me if you thinking that me not caring about Cobra Kai is really doing that much to you, like, I'm sorry about that. Like, but it's just not the case. But thanks for coming on to the stream. uh, the second time I go with friends for the second time ever, I can talk to Lewis. I mean, he says he only helps, but he goes above and beyond to help me. Shout out to Lewis, man. Lewis is a good friend. We love Lewis. We love Lewis. Thank you, Lewis. You're a good guy. Lewis sounds like a good friend. For me, every time I finish my work shift for the week, the next day I wake up at 4 in the morning to take a walk to watch the sunrise until 7 a.m. to keep my mind positive. Wow, that is amazing. That is dedication. I've tried to do that. I've tried to wake up early sometimes, watch the sunrise. There's something about it. There's something about waking up before everybody else that's just very therapeutic and positive. It's just like seizing the day, earth, life feels so beautiful. I give you so much props for doing that, especially if you've been doing that on a regular basis. 4 in the morning is impressive. And sunrise, what time is sunrise? Because sunrise is not that. Let's see. Sunrise is, I mean, if you're waking up at 4 a.m., sunrise is like 6:45, 6:30 a.m. So you're like really getting up and at it. You're getting up way before the sunrise. So good for you. Good for you. That's amazing. Just take care of your body, take care of yourself, make sure you're getting enough sleep, because sleep is, oh my God, sleep is so key. So much of mental health and mindfulness and everything is sleep, because for me, if I'm nervous about an event, if I have something big the next day and I don't get a good sleep, I'm already setting myself up for failure, because there's no attitude or whatever that I can have because my body's physically tired. Like, you have to be physically like taking care of your body in order to be mentally okay, because physical exhaustion, not eating enough, not taking care of your body, that can lead to mental, fatigue and all that. Expressions of the outdoors. Oh, nice username. Happy Saturday. I can't stay long. I have a lot of work to do. I just want to stop by and say thank you for being a positive voice in a crazy world. Keep fighting the good fight. Cobra Kai never dies. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for popping in for the limited time. And thank you. Cobra Kai never dies. I appreciate you. Thank you. Rex says, I will tell you my reason why I think it'd be bad and dangerous. Sometimes I've been threatened my life on here. I've been called pedo. I've been threatened my life being ruined. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's, of course, we all have our, sorry. I don't want to, I hope I wasn't trying to take away from your experience. Cause I mean, of course, that's your opinion when you said social media is bad and dangerous. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and of course, it's your experience. So for you, it might be all bad. Like, maybe not for everybody. Like, I was trying to approach it from like an everybody point of view. It might not be bad for everybody, but for you, it might just be all bad, and that's totally okay. Now it's a matter of, and I'm really sorry that you went through all that. That's awful. And once again, it's not on you. It's on the people who are, threatening your life. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? They're insane. There's something wrong with people who threaten other people online. Threaten people at all. There's something wrong with you, especially if you're threatening a stranger. But now it's up to you to say, what do I do about this? Do I like, what is your purpose of social media? Is social media doing more positive? Is social media doing more negative? Is there certain things that you want to continue doing on social media that these people are trying to prevent you from doing? Because if that's the case, screw the people, do what you want to do. But if you're on social media and it's just all negative and you find no pleasure in it and you're only on it because everybody else is, then it might not be for you. Elena says, by the way, your music is great. Keep doing what you love, Drew, always. Thank you, Elena. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. The music is coming together. We got some fun stuff coming out. I promise you. It is it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. But thank you. I'm really glad you like the music. Where could I get the book? I think I got mine on Amazon. Elena says I'm gonna search a book. Yay! Woo! I am not promoting the book. I'm not like a sponsor. I'm not sponsored by the book, but Don Rodriguez. I'm shouting out your book. So I got it on Amazon. Let's see how much it is. The 4 Agreements. Okay, $7. Yeah, $7. Okay, that's really not bad. Oh, wait a second. Audible audiobook is free. Dude, your first audiobook is it's if you do the free trial. Okay. All right. $7. Not bad for a paperback copy. That's really not bad. And I think there's other sellers that you can get it for a cheaper price. So if you want it, the 4 Agreements. It's pretty good. So we're gonna get back to the comments, but let's talk about not taking anything personally. Okay. I'm sure this is I'm sure this is something that everyone can relate to. Because life is about human interaction. Like that's what all these things are about. It's about like, like we're never in our own bubble unless you just like trap yourself inside for the rest of your life, which is not healthy. Like we need love, we need support. But sometimes when we put ourselves out there for that, we get pain and suffering, from other people. Like it's just there's the good, there's the bad. So it's just a matter of not taking anything personally. Now, if like here's an example. If I make a YouTube video and someone comments, "You suck, I hate you." That's something I shouldn't take personally because it's just what is that going to do for me? It's just going to make me feel like crap. But if someone says, "Hey, I really enjoyed the video, some constructive criticism, maybe you could have done this and this, but otherwise keep doing what you're doing, whatever." Maybe I could take that advice. I could, maybe that's something I can listen to because they're coming across in a positive way. They're giving constructive feedback. But anybody's going to say like, "You're ugly," don't listen to them. But if someone says, "You know what? You should try this hat. Maybe this hat would be better with this outfit." They're not calling you ugly, and you shouldn't get upset. You couldn't be you shouldn't be like, "Oh, you think I'm ugly?" What? No, like they're just trying to help you. So it's just a matter of recognizing when people are there trying to help you and when people are not. And if people are not trying to help you, don't take it personally. And if people are trying to help you, you could always listen, but you don't ever have to like take everything everybody says. Sometimes people will just listen to everything everybody says and they can't think for themselves. And that is not healthy. You should always put yourself first, but be open-minded to other opinions, if they're constructive, if they're kind, if they're good intentioned. So don't take anything personally is a big one because once again, there are a lot of people out there that try to hurt you. And it sucks, but there's people out there that are just mean. And if you let everything they say get to you, you're just going to fall down a rabbit hole and it's just going to lead to suffering and pain. So it's really important to not take anything personally, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, especially I'm a very sensitive guy. I'm very sensitive. So if someone says something to me, it's hard for me to not take it personally. But here's the thing, and here's a great example. I love this example. The blue hair theory. If I said to you, "Your blue hair is ugly," you would be like, "What? I don't have blue hair." You wouldn't care. You wouldn't care. You don't have blue hair. But if I actually picked on an insecurity that you did have, that before I said it, before I brought it up, you already had this insecurity about yourself, it might trigger you even more. It might make you feel that even more. It's like, I already believe this about myself. Now this person is saying this about me. It must be true. Nothing's factual. Nothing's always not nothing's factual, but like sometimes things don't have to. No, never mind. I don't even know what I'm saying. Nothing's factual. Like, there are not, what are we, 50 states in the United States? There are not 50 states in the United States. There are actually 70, right? There's 50 states, right? How many states are in the, or is it 51? Is it 51 or 50? There's 50. There's 50, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's a fact. But like, you're not good enough for something. If someone, okay, if someone says like there's 50 states in the United States, that's a fact. Yeah, because there literally are. But if someone says, you don't look good in that outfit or whatever, or you're stupid, that's not a fact. That's someone's opinion, and someone's opinion that you shouldn't take personally. Elena says it's so important to take the time to know ourselves enough so we don't get hurt when others say something mean to us. Oh, for sure. If we don't know who we are and we let others give us feedback, because sometimes people just like to give feedback. Sometimes people just like to talk about other people. And once again, it comes out of a place of insecurity and deflection. They're taking the attention off of them to like put it onto someone else, the negative attention. Spread gossip, spread rumors. And if they do say something mean to us, if we don't already believe in ourselves that we're good, if someone else tells us that we're not good, we're just going to believe that. Yeah, it's social media, but I think it's pretty safe. Yeah, there's different levels to it. Me and my friend are planning on doing a special podcast in the coming months. Did you say special? Oh no, special guest. I'm reading it wrong. Me and my friend are planning on doing a podcast soon in the coming months, and we would love to have you as a special guest. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, shoot me an email. Let me know what it's about, what we'd be talking about, and yeah, that'd be fun. I appreciate the invite. Thank you. The stream isn't about Cobra Kai. It's okay if we talk about it a little bit, but that's not what it's about. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think as long as if we do mention Cobra Kai, just tying it into mindfulness and whatever, and then we're gonna do a stream separately for Cobra Kai on Cobra Kai Kid at another time. So of course. The hard thing is when you have something important to do the next day and you just can't sleep. Oh yeah. I get that. Okay, let's see. What strategies can we give to Elena? Let's think. Chat. What can we advise for Elena? So, sometimes, yeah, if I have something the next day, sometimes it's really hard for me to sleep. But maybe getting yourself ready for bed an hour earlier, giving you an extra hour to fall asleep could be good. Putting away the screens before bed, doing something that might make you tired. What is it? Is it bad to eat a meal before bed? Does that get you tired or does that make you awake? Or going to the gym? Sometimes sometimes certain things for certain people can make you more tired. I don't know. So maybe there's some different strategies you can think of. It's funny because I just wish I screen recorded or I voice memoed my high school math lessons, my teacher talking about algebra for 40 minutes. Because if I had those lessons and I just played them before I went to sleep, dude, I would clonk out because that's how I felt in school. I'm so boring, so tiring. So maybe there's something that you could use. I enjoy getting up early on weekends to metal detect. Oh my god. Wow, that's so cool. And then I post metal detecting videos. That's sick. Editing is something that I found puts my mind in a good place. I love that for you. That's awesome. I've always wanted to do metal detecting. That's so cool. Like I've always wanted to try that. It just looks fun. I don't know, like not that I probably wouldn't find anything. I don't know. Maybe like some trash, but like have you ever found anything cool from that? Like have you ever found any cool things? Let me know because I'm really curious. Israel, are you excited for Cobra Kai season 6 part 2? Dude, I'm so excited. It's gonna be really good. I cannot wait. Rex says, I mean, it is my fault. You should have explained it better. What I was saying in multiple messages to explain what I meant better. My apologies. It is doing positive like YouTube and talking to friends. Okay, yeah, for sure. No, I totally understand what you meant. And the club, but there are negatives. I might try and see if I can stay away from the negatives as much as I can. I also lost 2 friends, not to death. We just fell out. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry. And sometimes that happens and it's very unfortunate. Um, life is love and loss. Love doesn't always have to be romantic. Love can be friendships. Love is family. Love can be anything. Love is just caring about another person. And that could be very, very tough. Losing a person just because you fell off. But I feel like people come in and out of your lives for certain reasons. And it's important to remember that. And you had good times with these friends, and you're gonna make new ones, and maybe you can stay in touch with them if you can. Like, just check in every now and then. Hey, how's it going? Hope all is well. You know, it doesn't have to be this close friendship that it was, but maybe if you wanted to still keep in touch. Yeah, I no, Rex. I had a feeling you meant yeah. No, I know it completely changed the context of the message. You should have explained it better. I should have explained. Okay, yeah, no, all good. But Rex, I get what you're saying, and I appreciate your honesty, and you're gonna be all right. Here for you. Kimmo, nice profile pic. Hi Drew. Long time. How are you fine today? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Sheldon, how's it going? Nice to see you again. Hope all is well. Um Elena says, unfortunately, I have to go now, but I'm excited to watch it live when you upload it, Drew. Take care, everyone. Be proud of yourself and keep always moving forward. Oh, thank you, Elena. I appreciate you for coming in here as always and shining your light, spreading your positivity. It means a lot. So thank you for being here. Criticism is good if it has good intention. Yeah, constructive criticism. Saying you suck and you should do this is not constructive criticism. I've learned more from the critics than the bootlickers, but yes, having a thick skin is important. Yes, because sometimes people will say things that even if people are being constructive, sometimes it can still hurt, especially if it's something that you're really passionate about. I know if I made a movie and I'm like standing by 100% of the choices, so sometimes it's hard for me to take the constructive criticism and hear that. I'm like, oh, but I do like it. And I guess that's just a matter of what you want to take and what you don't want to take. But hearing everybody out, having a thick skin, and that takes time. That takes a lot of time. And it just takes putting yourself out there more and more. You know, if you avoid the world completely and you avoid sharing your work, you're never going to grow that thick skin. But it's by persevering and keep moving forward. As Elena mentioned, that will get you that. I've also tried to start listening to others. Yeah, I mean, listening, but taking what you want to use from that, you know? I mean, I'm secure in my masculinity to say this. Drew is one good-looking guy. I'm secure in my masculinity to this, and he got a great channel as well. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Rex. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Don't eat too late. Okay, so it's don't eat too late. I had a feeling it was don't eat too late. So yeah, don't eat too late. Yoga before bed is good. Okay, interesting. No screens in bed. Read a book. Yeah. Those are all good things. Yeah, everyone's different. I'm trying to think what I like to do before bed. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I'm on a screen before bed every night. I'm usually on a screen before bed. It's usually the last thing I see. I'm like just checking my phone, doing last minute things. But I haven't had so much trouble sleeping recently, so I guess it's been okay. I got a good sleep last night. What time did I go to sleep? Like 11. Yeah. Ian says, I had a hard time trying to find myself in my social life at work. I asked people if I was being fair to them because I make plans with them during breaks and they say I'm fair and still want to hang out. What do you mean if you were being fair to them? Before I talk about that, I just want to ask you what you mean. What do you mean by being fair to them and them saying that you're fair? Like, what do you mean by that? I just want to clarify. Don't be sorry. I understand what you meant. You're okay. When my friend told me they can't sleep, I tell them to turn on the show MASH on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You will be asleep by the end of intro. I don't know what that is, but it's funny. Yeah, whatever works for you. My friend pointed out to me that if season 6 part 2 is going to be the Sekai Taikai, what will part 3 be? Part 3 might either be the continuation of the Sekai Taikai, the end of the Sekai Taikai, or the aftermath of the Sekai Taikai. We'll just have to see. The Sekai Taikai. I love saying that word. Thanks, Drew. Not too bad. Thanks. Yeah, of course. I'm doing fine. Good. Well, here from Finland. What's up from Finland? I also intend to start making podcasts on Spotify about movies and the world of cinema in the near future. That is so cool. Good for you. You should definitely do that. That's so fun. Anytime someone has a passion, definitely going for that passion. And if you can, go for it. It's so cool. I've just written a book, now trying to send it off to publishers and get some rejection letters. Dude, good for you, man. I mean, that's huge. I've always wanted to write a book, so maybe I'll have to ask you for some advice on that. Like, how do I go about that? But good luck with that. Even just writing a book is huge. And I'm sure if you talk to other authors, like, there's a lot of, like, you have to be ready for rejection, because sometimes rejection just comes with the territory. I mean, think about, like, and it's not even to say that you're not good. It just might be like some publishing companies. It might not be for some publishing companies. Like, so many great actors were rejected for roles, not because they weren't good actors, but because they just weren't a right fit. So, but just keep putting yourself out there. And if you believe in that book, that's all that matters. And it's going to get made. Well, you did make it. It's just going to get published. Making time with them, or letting them know, or letting them have time with each other without me. Yeah, that's a okay, so you're saying, if I'm getting this right, it does not matter to them though? All right, I'm gonna word this in my own words, and you tell me if I'm getting this right. If I'm not getting this right, please clarify it for me. So you're saying that you were asking people that you were hanging out with, like, if you were being too much with them, like, or if you were hanging out with, like, is like, I'm asking. I know I'm asking you to hang out. Is this the right amount? Like, or is this too much? Should we hang out less? Like, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Is that what you mean? Just clarify me before I don't want to, like, assume. Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. It always goes back to these agreements. Don't make assumptions. So many times we make assumptions. I mean, we're literally talking about that with social media. Social media is a huge one, but even in person, you go somewhere and you see someone and they look a certain way or whatever. Don't make assumptions. If you see someone crying, like, you could, here's another one. I got a good one. I have had a lot of people make assumptions about me with my reactions on my YouTube channel for Cobra Kai. You're weird. You have no life. You're crying because of a show, or you're overreacting to this show. You're faking it for views, or whatever the freak the comments are. Not everybody. There's just certain comments that I've gotten. Those people don't know, though, that this show has just had such an impact on my life, that I had no friends when I was watching this show, and that this show actually inspired me and changed my life and the music. And I've met people through making a YouTube channel. And as a filmmaker, this is a story that really just inspired me to tell stories and be creative. And it gave me a sense of hope. It gave me purpose. I felt I was able to relate to the characters in a way where I felt like a loser at school. But then seeing Miguel Diaz kicking butt at the cafeteria and getting Sam LaRusso and winning the All Valley made me feel more confident in myself and made me look up to him. That's something that you don't see in the react. I'm not explaining that before my reaction. I'm not saying, hey guys, by the way, I'm reacting like this because of this. So when people are making assumptions about me and saying that I'm overreacting and I'm faking it and I'm whatever, you don't know who I am. And you don't know what impact you're going to have on somebody by making assumptions. Now, it is normal to make assumptions sometimes. I mean, we're just human. It's human nature. We're programmed to, like, our brains just move. You see someone and, like, before you talk to them, you might assume something. But it's just important to not let those assumptions overtake. Like for example, if you have one person who you've never met before, say, Mr. Joe is a really bad teacher. Like let's say Bobby comes up to me and says, Mr. Joe is a really bad teacher. And I don't even know who Bobby is. I've never met Mr. Joe, and I don't even know who Bobby is. But Bobby's saying Mr. Joe is a really bad teacher, so Mr. Joe must be a really bad teacher. And then I have Mr. Joe, and he ends up being the sweetest teacher ever. I'm going in with that preconceived notion that Mr. Joe is a bad teacher because I'm making assumptions based off of what Bobby said, even though Bobby doesn't like Mr. Joe because Mr. Joe gave him a bad grade, and that was it. Not taking everything personally, not making assumptions, being impeccable with your word, these all tied together. So that's a big one. Don't make assumptions. Talking about books, I'm trying to write one going slowly. I was going to make a song. It failed. I gave up, and I want to do a podcast, but it will fail, and I got no one to talk to in the podcast. Hey, wait, I thought didn't you say you just had a friend who you were doing it with? Oh no, that was Super Landon. Sorry, I got mixed up. First off, Rex, don't be so hard on yourself. I think you're doing great by trying different things out. Talking about books, writing songs, doing a podcast. Look, it's never easy. It's never easy to do these things. But first off, as long as you're having fun, you don't fail if you're having fun and if you're enjoying it. Like, what is, like, the failure? Like, if you say, like, I want to get 1 million views, like, that's a tough goal to have. That may be unrealistic in the beginning. Maybe one day. But if your goal is to have fun and to learn something about yourself and to try something new, that's what you should go for. So if you enjoy talking about books, if you enjoy writing songs, if you want to do a podcast, give it a shot. And look at me. I don't have anybody. Well, sometimes I have guests that come on, but, like, I talk to myself in these live streams. Well, I mean, obviously you guys are here in the chat, but, like, I don't have a partner with me. A lot of the streams I do are just me talking to camera, and I can do the best stuff, and I love it. So you got this, Rex. Keep going. I went to the gym for a while. Sometimes I get more muscle mass. That's what happens. Keep doing it. Basically, on our podcast, we'd probably just be talking about Cobra Kai, YouTube, and other random topics of that nature. That sounds fun. Yeah. Send me an email. Maybe if you have, like, a podcast that you've already done, or something, maybe send me a link, so I can check it out, see what the vibe is. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, I've been writing screenplays for years. Writing a book has been so freeing in comparison. Yes, had some good feedback and won't give up. Woo! Everybody, let's give a round of applause for Shelwyn. Very happy for you. Please tell me. I really hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Please let me know. I know I've probably messed it up before, and I think you've corrected me before, and I apologize. Ian, I think I'm understanding what you're saying more. Pretty much, but we had a great talk, and they said they still want to invite me to them. And invite me on walks. Okay. So I'm gonna say something, and hopefully this relates to what you're saying, Ian. So there have been times where I've made friends or acquaintances, and I fear like I am being too much. Like I'm asking them to hang out too much, or I'm putting in too much effort and I'm afraid I'm pushing them away, or I'm afraid maybe they don't want to actually hang out with me. And maybe I'm just, you know, talking to them and they actually don't really want to hang out with me and they kind of feel forced to. That's making assumptions. And um that also goes to an insecurity that I have of being rejected, being abandoned, and not feeling loved by certain people, and being afraid of actually feeling like, oh, somebody does want me for the long term as a friend or whatever. They actually accept me and that they're not going to just leave. And it's hard when you have a history and then history repeats itself. No pun intended. Well, pun intended actually. Um, to you're the best around. Um, like because I've had certain points in my life where people have abandoned me, it makes me nervous for the future and it makes my guard more aware. And it also makes it where if I do make a new friend and then they start to show signs of not wanting to be my friend, my initial reaction is I got to get out of this before I get hurt. I got to get out. And that's it's actually something I'm dealing with right now. But also sometimes just taking a step back, and it doesn't have to be so like fight or flight. I don't have to just avoid the situation completely. Um, you know, sometimes just being honest. And what you did was great. You had a little bit of insecurity about whether or not your friends like do they want to be with me? Do they want to hang out with me? And you asked like, are you guys cool with me hanging out? Are you cool with me doing that? And they said, yeah. Like if they weren't, they would probably say no. Or they would just be like, I don't know. Maybe they brush it. But if they're inviting you to these things and they want you to be there, then definitely take that because they do want you to be there. So proud of you. Thank you so much, Joe. Of course. Shaolin says, Rex, never give up on the things you love. Your heart is the only true guide on the journey of life. Yes. Take things one step at a time. Keep going. We all start somewhere and we keep getting better by doing things we have a passion for sure. 100%. Hope I will read your book one day, Drew. Thank you. And same here. What is your book about, if you don't mind me asking? And yeah, I would love to check it out when you do it. Rex, you are doing great. You haven't given up. Your strength is amazing. See, Rex, you got love. Where have you been? Why haven't you been on YouTube for a long time? I've just been working on myself. I've just been not just been taking care of myself, my body, my mind, and just taking a break from the online platform. I've just had to take a break from like screens as a whole and just like start like just experiencing life out there. So for me it doesn't really feel like I've been away for so long, but I know I have because I've just been keeping myself busy. Yeah, but I love you guys and I'm always thinking about you. And the last agreement, which this is the most important one. This is the most important one because this one ties into all of these. This one ties into everything in life, and it ties in with the first three agreements. So the last one is always do your best. So the first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Do your best to be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Do your best not to take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Do your best to not make assumptions. I feel like that's like a better way of rephrasing that. Like, I mean, of course, like be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. They're very like, don't do this, do this. And I think the reason he wrote it like that is just to like really like, implement it. Because if you said try your best, it's be like, maybe you wouldn't really do it. But by saying don't make assumptions, it makes you more aware to not make assumptions. But really ultimately at the end of the day, it always comes down to doing your best. I know for me, when I screw up, when I mess up, when I do this and I'm hard on myself, I'm like, Drew, you're just doing your best. You're trying. You're not a bad person. You're not trying to do anything bad. You're doing your best. That's all you can do. It's really all you can do. Now, your best differs for everybody. Sometimes you don't think you're doing your best, but sometimes you're doing your best for what you can at the moment. If you're sick, right? If you're sick, your best may be not your usual best. I'm talking physically sick, mentally, because physical health, mental health are they're the same. There's no like you have a mental illness, like that's not as bad as having a physical illness. Like you could actually get over your mental illness. No, dude, it's illness is illness, pain is pain, physical, mental, but it's always important that you do your best. So if you're sick, you might not be able to ride your bike and go for a walk, but you can do your best to take care of yourself in other ways, because our best will differ from day to day. But as long as you're telling yourself that you're doing your best and that you're trying to get better, because once again, all these things, you're not going to always be impeccable with your word. You're not going to always not take anything personally, or you're not going to always not make assumptions, but you can do your best. That's all that matters, really. So those are the 4 agreements. Yay! My book is about a friend of mine from college who used to tell me these fantastic stories. I found out he died a few years back, so I wrote the book to bring his stories out into the world. I am so sorry for your loss. I think that it sounds like an incredible story, and I think that's amazing that you're honoring your friend through that story. So, really, shout out to you. Oh my god, that's amazing. It sounds like it's gonna be a great book. Of course, take care of yourself and your health too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rex says, I will keep trying the best. I will keep trying the best I can to do. I'll push myself as hard as I can, but the spider's back and I don't know where it is. I don't know if you were doing that to be funny, but the spider is back, but I'll try my best. That was funny, man. Dude, all you can do is do your best with that spider. Maybe you could call an exterminator, or maybe you could maybe that's what you could do. Oh my god. Breakfast is over and I have to go. A very busy day ahead. Have a great day, everyone. Hey, thank you for coming in, Expressions. Really appreciate you for being here. Have a great day and do your best. Hey, Drew, I'm going to steal this idea. Sorry, but maybe would you like to appear on my podcast by any chance? Yeah, man, just send me an email of, the details and everything. Because, just like if you have a planned out thing, let me know. I also try to take care of myself and my health every day. That's important. The spider's back. Where the spider is in Rex's room, I believe. God bless you. Always true. Thank you. You too. Where's the spider? Don't worry, Shawan. You're in a different part of the world, so you're okay. But anyway, we are gonna wrap this up. What a great conversation. I do want to give an opportunity for anybody to comment any last questions, any last statements, any last thoughts. So if you do have anything that you want to say before we end this stream, please do. But I really want to thank all of you guys for joining. I always start these and I'm like, I don't know if anybody's going to be on these. Like I literally like that's a fear of mine. I'm like, nobody's going to be on these. And we have 10 people on here. And if one person is getting something from this, or if all 10 people are, if everybody's getting like something from this, something positive, then that's all I can ask for. If you're feeling a little better about yourself, if you're feeling a little more community, if this was a distraction from something else going on in your life that you need a distraction from, if I could provide anything, I'm honored and I'm grateful for that. And I'm really grateful for you guys. I truly, I want you to know I love each and every one of you. And I know I am not constantly on the interwebs. I know I've been taking a break, but I want you to know I have been thinking about you guys so much and like thinking about doing these. And I'm so happy that I did this. And we're definitely gonna do more mindfulness streams. We'll get back on Cobra Kai Kid and do more stuff. But thank you guys for supporting me and for being patient with me. Like I truly love you guys. I really do. Can't say that enough. Mindfulness need an Mind of emptiness. Yeah, so yeah. Interesting. It is in my room, but it keeps crawling up a web. I can see it, but then it goes away. Oof, that's scary. It was a great stream, Drew. Better than any stream I can do. I only get 1 or 2 views, but don't stop trying. Yeah, no, dude. Impact the 1 or 2 people that are on your stream, you know? Like, once again, if one person got something from this, that's awesome. So for the 1 or 2 people on your stream, like, think about them. If you had picture 2 people in front of you listening to what you're doing. That's cool. Like, if I had 10 people right here in front of me listening to me talking about mental health, oh my god, that's sick. Spiders are good though. They catch the bugs. Oh god. I usually invite my friends at work to these things, and sometimes they invite me. I'm blessed to be at my job where I am now. I'm really happy for you, Ian. I'm really glad that you have that. Drew, you are on the good guys. One of the good guys. Keep in touch. Hope to collab somehow one day. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. You too, man. I wish you have a great, good, best end day there and wonderful, great weekend. Thank you. Appreciate that. One of. Yeah. No, all good. All I have to say is I love your stream like this one. I keep it up. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, get that spider spray. One last thing. Actually, 3. Oh, okay. Just keep it up. Thank you. Okay. Well, we'll wait for Rex's 3 last things. But then we gotta wrap up. So Drew, I'm looking forward to seeing you throw your college cap in the air. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited to graduate and move on to life. It's a little scary. It's a little daunting, but I'm gonna do my best. And I'm not even trying to like quote the 4 agreements. It's just literally just how I try to view things. Rex, if you want to comment them on the comment. Oh, here we go. I went to a store all by myself for the first time. I went on the tram for the first time by myself. And the first time I went to the cinema was the first time I went with friends. Really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Good job. Good job. It's new. It may be scary, it may be daunting, but you're doing it. You're putting yourself out there. And we're also proud of you. And hopefully you had a nice time. I like all your live streams so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Listen, I hope all of you have a good rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Do what makes you happy today. Maybe even if you have a busy day, think about like, is there a certain time you could take for yourself to talk about gratitude? I mean, we kind of did that here, so maybe this was it for you guys. But and remember those 4 agreements. Don't be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. And I believe there's a 5th agreement. There is a 5th agreement. We'll talk about that another time, but that was like a separate book. But anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you. Have a great time. Much love. Much love. Much love. Much love. Bye, guys.